Actually, most of our time spent and companies we evaluated last year were non-lending. For example, we also invested in a couple of early stage companies in the wealth side of things. So we did invest in a company called Belong, who's starting with wealth products for NRIs. We also did one company called ZFunds, who was in the agent-led mutual fund distribution business. And of course, like a partnership with companies like Deserve continue to deepen, right? Beyond that, there are many companies on the stock broking side which have scaled up very well. For example, Groww has grown more than 350 million in revenue now. Payments as a space has also grown significantly. I would say PhonePe, Paytm, etc. would be north of 800 million in revenue today.
There are still pain points, at least on vertical payments, which are still interesting. For example, Skydo comes to mind for me. They focus on the cross-border payments use case of making it easy for Indian exporters to get paid.
And therefore, one of the theses I feel quite excited about, and we've spoken about it in the teams, is this verticalization. To say, as people get level playing field, as consumers, you get experience to world-class payments. As a business owner, how do you get world-class experience?
But even if you take subsets of consumers, there are still players, right? Like Scapia, for example, caters to the audience who finds travel aspirational, and they build a credit card product just around that and a reward system around travel as a focus. FamPay as well is another example in our portfolio, which is just a payments product dedicated to teenagers as an audience. There are like 250 million teenagers in the country today. All of them have the same pain points. I think the third bucket would be in the insurance side of things, where we saw multiple companies. Maybe Ashray, you can talk about your experience investing in Zopper.
We see opportunity, at least in insurance space, right from enabling the manufacturing side, both on creating new products, plus enablers who can help manufacturers create these products, all the way right to the distribution part, where you're either helping intermediaries sell better, advise better, and making choices simpler for customers and throughout the chain, right? And we invested last year in this company called Zopper that actually attacks some pieces of this.
If you think about getting software or SaaS into banks or financial institutions, the big struggle has been this inertia to move. Just new things happening. Like there is the sort of volumes UPI does, like a traditional FRM stack cannot handle that UPI volumes. Credit line on UPI, I don't think a traditional card stack can handle a credit line on UPI. But I think next 5 years to a decade, we don't see a universe where, lot of the current stack doesn't get replaced in some way or form.
I think one example that comes to mind that we did last year is this company called Vega Pay, which, to Vas's point, it really fits well into a tailwind of new form factors coming up in credit and how banks can be enabled to really sort of be more competitive in the market and also enable fintech partners to supercharge in some sense, right? They're building like a very core system within a bank which does credit card management and issuance.